Yeah, today is a little bit different than the other day because I normally would review on romantic comedy or case series and all those things that is not that heavy or scary. But in today's movie review, I will be talking about The Conjuring 3, or also known as The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Dean's Channel, where we talk about anything and everything possible. So as usual, we will be reviewing movies and series, and today especially we will be discussing about the latest scary movie, not that scary movie. It's the very famous Conjuring universe, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Okay, so maybe most of you are very aware that James Wan, our local born, Kuching born director, is not directing this movie this time around due to his other commitment. Okay, so Michael Caves take the helm instead. The movie is still fresh off the oven, I would say. The reviews that we're getting is kind of mixed, okay, due to the reason that it is not as scary or as good as its predecessors. Okay, regardless, the movie is still worth to watch. That's what I believe, at least because it still follows the story of these supernatural investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. So yeah, The Conjuring 3, of course, everybody is waiting for this movie because who doesn't know the Conjuring universe, right? They have a few hit series such as The Conjuring, The Conjuring 2, they have Annabelle, two Annabelle series, and then they have The Nun, and yeah, the Curse of La Llorona, which I haven't watched anyway. And yeah, as you might know, this is actually the third movie for The Conjuring, but it is actually the 8th installment for the Conjuring universe. Okay, it's not only Marvel that come up with their own universe. Okay, even the Conjuring has its own universe, and apparently for each of the movies they actually have their own timeline. So if you want to watch them, please follow this one. Okay, so yeah, and just a little bit of heads up to you guys out there, if you live alone, I would really suggest you to watch it during the day. Okay, it is not as scary as its predecessors, yes, but it's still a scary movie, so you don't want to haunt you at night, right? Okay, so what is the movie about? Okay, as usual, it follows or it entails the story of this very famous actual, real event supernatural investigator, Ed and Lorraine Warren. Okay, so this couple somehow investigated an exorcism of a 8-year-old boy named David Glatzel. Okay, David Glatzel has his own family, his mom and dad, and also his sister and his sister's boyfriend named Arnie Johnson. So one night during the exorcism, Arnie Johnson, the sister's boyfriend, somehow offered himself to be possessed instead of the boy David, which leads to further events along the way. Fast forward, Arnie Johnson somehow murdered his landlord, by stabbing him 22 times. 22 times. Okay, and his case became the first American murder trial to claim demonic possession as a defense. Okay, so it was, as I said, based on the actual event. So it became viral back then. Okay, people are like, this is not possible. I mean, how can you do something and claiming that it happened because you being possessed by demons? Okay, people don't believe that, but the Warrens, they believe that Arnie Johnson needs help. So they kept on having the investigation, and it led them to a similar case happened elsewhere where a girl stabbed another friend 22 times as well. Okay, which somehow led them to another big clue, which is all this happened due to an occult. So they keep on investigating this case further and further until they got tangled themselves in it. But somehow, as always, love prevailed. Love prevailed. The occultist named Ayla. Ayla tried to complete the curse. Somehow by making sure that Arne Johnson is completely possessed by the demon, okay? And she had this special place, okay, a special place called altar, where she performed all this demonic activity. And for the whole curse to stop, okay, the Warren need to destroy the altar, okay? Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga did good job in making this story a success. Still, okay, the scare element is not as much as the other installments beforehand. So maybe some people, movie enthusiasts, will find it a bit disappointed, okay, when it comes to this. But I still love the plotline of the story. Since it is based on true event anyway, so it gets us really interested to know what actually happened back then and how they actually portray it in this movie. Okay, so I think you should really watch The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. Only then you can review it yourself. If you were to ask me, I would say that it is 8 out of 10 or maybe 7.5 out of 10, okay, because they lack of the scare elements. Let me know what you think of the movie. Go and watch it yourself and share. Maybe we can change our insight on this installment. Okay, so thank you very much for tuning into the Dean's channel, where we talk about anything and everything possible. Until then, thank you very much. I think I'm rambling now. So bye. Take care.